Victoria's famed Golden City, Ballarat, a part of the national network of ABC television.
Okay, right, so welcome back. For those of you who have just come in, I did a stream about an hour ago. Then I've had a break and sort of eaten my dinner and everything like that. So, on the bench today, welcome everybody, yeah. So, on the bench today we have this Sansui, which you can't quite see. I have the other radio here too, which I'll bring up when we've finished this one. Where are we here? So, this is the one I started a couple of hours ago, and we've got 3 more caps on this to do. It is working, it is sounding okay, etc, etc. So I may as well finish it off, otherwise it'll get put in a pile of half finished radios because I've got so much on my plate at the moment. And then we'll get on to this Sansui. This is an interesting piece of history, you might say, to put it kindly. The guy has 3 of them, or he has 2 and his friend has 1, and they've had them since new or something, and this one doesn't work, completely doesn't work. The other one has a blown headphone jack on it, and I'm not sure what his friend's one is doing, but yeah. So as you can see, it's not a particularly powerful amp. So it's only got these tiny little transistors down there. So we'll take those out and we'll test them, because I suspect that one or both or all of these have gone. I did check the fuse, which is up here. I don't know whether you can see that, but I'm pointing just on the edge here. And that was okay. We've got yeah, I'll do this one in a minute once I finish the other one. So yeah, you can see there's not very much in this, so it should be, yeah, it's a fairly basic amp. I think it's only 12 watts or something, so but we should be able to get it going because there is nothing complicated in here. That is, if the output transistors are working. Otherwise, I guess we can replace them because they're Sanyo brand ones. Okay, so I'll move this out the way. And it doesn't even weigh very much. I'm only holding it by my left hand. So right, so I'm thinking this, it only took about 50 minutes to do this radio before, all the caps, so yeah, it needs a good oil and everything like that. So yeah. And I've also got the other, it's brother or sister or whatever you like to call it. So we've only got these 3 here to do. And then I can clean it up in the morning and put it on the shelf. This was a sort of a job lot at the end. There was 6 radios, a Crosley speaker from the early 1930s, and a wooden cabinet. And I didn't want the wooden cabinet, so I stuck it up the front at the security area. We always do security these days, because you never know what's going to walk out the door after everyone's paid for it. And yeah, so let's finish this off. Just turn this on again. So this was a 0.5, I think. Yep. So we've just got the 2.5s and then a 0.05. So we've got the 2 0.5s there, and we've got the 0.2 there, or 0.02 I should say. Right. And it's just about dark outside now. It's been a glorious day, as long as you've been out the wind. It's been really windy. Now, how am I going to get that off without creating a huge cloud of smoke? So I might just chop that. Plenty of wax on this one. Down here. Wow. And so that goes to, there's a resistor on that. Okay. Have we chopped off the resistor? Probably. Although there's a little bit of room on there to breathe. It's going to be very smoky, this. There we go. So, we'll do this end first. Oh good, we have, yeah. And this isn't... So, for those of you are hoping to see the Roberts, the views on that were good to start with, but as always, the views at the in the third part were less than impressive, and so I put that on hold for the time being. Why am I persisting with these old cutters? It's funny how people just come in and then disappear immediately. Hi Kim, I'm okay. I'm living. Yes, I had lots of health problems over the last 2 weeks. and I've been at the hospital and the doctors, so I haven't really got much done. But I'm feeling okay today. I'll heat that up first, I think. This on here. Oop, oop. No, that's all right. That's the solder. Don't know how that fell down, but it did. Must have knocked it with my elbow. Yeah, so how are you, Kim? Hope you're travelling better than I am at the moment. Come on, go on there. That's better. You've come off. What? Go on there. Anyway, that's staying there. And everything's falling down. I don't know why. I'm not actually touching anything to do with that. Okay. So this is going to be a little bit tricky, this one. There's not much room, and we've got this other horrible thing there. In fact, we'll have to put some stuff over that. Did I get any? I can't read that. There's a big heart over the middle word. Did you get any yet? Just a second, I'll look on the computer. Right, that's going to be good enough. At least HMV used decent valve sockets. That is really bad, that one. And that's about a quarter of the wax. So we're doing that around. This is fiddly rather than difficult. Yep. Bring that around. I possibly can. that'll be okay if we can get the stuff out the way. Trim that off. Oh, snow. No, it hasn't been cold enough, and it's been really clear here. It's been a bit of a weird winter actually. It only snows here about once every 5 or 6 years at most these days. Even up on the mountains with the ski resorts, they're only saying snow flurries, and it's all man-made snow. So it's been relatively warm, and we've had a couple of days down at 2 degrees overnight. But we haven't really had any zeros or anything like that. No frost or anything, which is very unusual. So yeah, it's been cold enough to have the heater on, but it's not been cold enough to actually freeze anything. I mean, today was absolutely beautiful. The 3rd day in a row without any cloud in the sky or anything like that. But the wind got up today, and it was pretty cold in the wind. Right. So that's that one done. And these will be low voltage ones. Now is that connected to anything down there? Yep, in earth. Yeah, it's going to be fiddly as well. Might just do a hook and loop on that one and this one, given where it is and what it's connected to. This one's probably maybe okay actually. No voltage on this one, although that is pretty, on the end it has got hot at some stage. There was a 0.02. I'll grab one of those. Two, and lucky last of these. And we'll chop this one off. As well. Make a little pigtail on that. The pigtail on this one. Have I made that long enough? No. Maybe if we can be conservative. So put a hook in this. So that is long enough. So I'll make this a bit shorter. Really connect that up. Yep. That's the problem with these old radios. You get all the acrid smoke. No, I haven't finished the Roberts. I've put that aside for the time being. I will get back to it though. Definite. That's a definite. Back to that one. I've got so many jobs come in all of a sudden, and I've been really sick, so and I shouldn't be doing this one, although I tested the 6 radios which I bought for $20 last week, and this one sort of worked. So, and it was disassembled anyway. So it's a fairly quick one to do. So, what time is it? Yeah. The other one will be really quick to do, I think. I hope. Yep. Right. Now, again, I'm going to just hook and loop this one because it's underneath this bar. So yeah, it's underneath there, the connection. Yeah, so yeah, I was down at the auction last week and I was feeling fine all day, and I went to the toilet to get ready to get in the car to come back. I wasn't driving, fortunately, and I collapsed, didn't I, with really low blood pressure. And I'd been to the doctor's on the Friday and the hospital on the Wednesday prior, and yeah, so I spent all of last week at the hospital and the doctors having tests and being fitted for a heart monitor and blood pressure monitor and all sorts of things. So this one, we need to keep this end where the coil is short, and then the earth can be quite long. It needs to be a bit tighter. Yep. go in there. Here we go. This under here. It'll go. And let's just hope that that doesn't fall off of there when we put the heat on it. Looks connected. Yeah, good. And this just needs to come up to here. Go underneath that. We'll go through that actually. No, go around that. Yeah, it was quite a bit of a shock, although it has happened a number of times before. You get no warning. You just collapse. And then all your vision goes blurred and can't see anything, and then you get a migraine afterwards. I'm trying to do this quickly and it's not working. Haste makes waste. Slow down a bit, Andrew. Okay, we'll put it underneath here. Come on. That's better. Yep. And if we wrap that around there. And this should be it. And don't you come off. Yep. Good. Not the neatest, but it does seem to be stuck there. Right. Now this will work. I'm very confident on this one. Well, I shouldn't say that, should I? Pretty simple one to do, actually. So I'm going to put a bit of oil in the bearing, even though I want to clean that out. This isn't the best oil either. This is that horrible 3-in-1 oil. And as you can see, there is a lot of sediment in that. But it should... yeah, it's still squeaking. It's fairly strong, yeah. Okay, right, so let's plug it in, making sure our 240 volts isn't touching anything. It shouldn't. Yes, yeah. Haste makes waste. We always say here. Oh, there's another cap down there. Okay. And I might leave that one in. I'm not sure what it's doing, but I'll change that another time or tomorrow. Yes. Well, it was 8 radios for $10, or 8 items for $10. And this was part of it, and it yeah, it works, and you can't expect any better than this because you always have to recap them. Right, let's turn it on. I'll turn off this light. I really must connect up that active antenna again. It stopped working. I've still got that light on. That won't work. And yes, so it was at a big factory, and they're building an airport railway through it. Because Melbourne is one of the few cities of its size in the world that doesn't have an airport link by rail. So they're finally getting around to it. It's been planned since 1966 or something. So 60 years, and no one's done anything about it. Anyway, so I'll bring this back a little bit so you can see the dial. This is the dial on this one. We're not touching anything, are we? No. And here's the speaker. This is out of a different HMV. There was a portable, and the case is too far gone, but I did want this out of it. That was in that $10 lot as well. But as soon as I took it out, it was okay. It wasn't split at all. And then a day later, I came back and it was all split. And these batteries were in that radio. I do have the chassis down here, but the actual case itself is beyond. So this is it. Yeah. So I stole the speaker into that one, and because this one was in this radio, but it's the wrong type of speaker. It's 4 ohm, 4 watts, and it's a car speaker, as you can see by that. So it must have been in here for quite some time, because that is from the 1970s. So let's turn it on and see if we can get anything. It does seem to have silver mica disease, so I'll have to investigate that too, but I'm not going to do that tonight. So as you can see, the dial lights are both working. Yes. Well, this was a junk lot at the end. It was sort of a couple of leftovers and things like that. Yeah, you can hear the silver mica.
Dissect the weekend of racing and discuss the key topics you want to hear about. The Monday Means Test, Mondays from 9:30 on Giddy Up.
Yeah, so it's actually producing quite a bit of bass. I can see all the dust vibrating in there, and I can feel it through the bench. So yeah, it's quite a good speaker. So we'll go down to the other end of the dial, and we'll see if we can get the Melbourne station. I'll have to turn it down because it's going to make a horrible racket. Yeah, this is absolutely filthy, this cheese cutter here, or banana cutter, or whatever you like to call it. Yeah, I can hear it. This speaker is picking everything up. You can hear that popping noise. That's silver mica disease. Yes, well, it's picking up Radio National, which is much the same power as the Melbourne station. They're on the same mast, and they're both 100,000 watts. Yeah, so yeah, it's working. So we'll put this away, and I'll show you the cabinet. So this is the cabinet of this one. I'll zoom back actually. I'll turn the light on. Yeah, so the speaker will fit in there, and this is actually rattling a bit. And this has got its label in it still, although we can get reproductions of these now. One of the Radio Club members, I think, is in Queensland, I'm not sure. He has done reproductions of most labels for Australian radios. And this is, I don't know whether I can bring these side by side. Yep. So this one has got sort of a brown background with the cream surrounding it, and then orange and cream lettering on it for all the stations. And this one, try not, in fact I'll disconnect this speaker and unplug the radio. Whilst I'm going to put a big hole in this, you can see there, AMI Australia, up in Sydney, Homebush I think they were, near where the Olympics were or something. Is that going to, no, I won't put that there, put that on there. And this one has only got on-off volume there and the tuning over the other side. And this one is exactly the same, only completely different. So this has got the volume, on-off, tone control, and then the tuning there. And this one is a red background with the cream around it. And then the stations are in cream and blue. So, if I can lift it up. Yeah. So, this one I paid $40 for, I think. 40 Australian dollars. I don't know. I think this one does work. I'm not going to try it now, but yeah. Unless you'd like to see it working, plugged in. Really got to get onto that amp, don't I? And I'll going to put this away because if I start on anything more, I'm not going to get the paid work done. And there was I bought in this lot, there was a couple of New Zealand radios and a few other bits and pieces. As I said, there was a Crosley speaker from the 1930s out of an American radio. I don't know if that works, but I hope it does. And there was also a large wooden cabinet, and I don't know what radio that was from, but I stuck it at security, and it was gone when we left. So I assume another member has taken that. There was a lot of really nice stuff there. I would have done a walk around with the phone, but it was a private room, and there was all sorts of other stuff in there. There was a really, really nice phonogram. Must have cost thousands when it was new. And it sounded really good playing the 78s. Yeah, so this is the other dial. Okay. Right. I'll just clear the decks. So this is our damage bill so far. And I'm not going to test these, they're just not worth it. So we'll put this over here so it won't get damaged anymore. I can make, now that I've got one of those, I can make up other ones. I've got a red and a cream one of the portable radio. HMVs. I don't think I can get them easily. Right. So I might really vacuum that. Get the turntable. I've got it here. Where did I put the Lazy Susan? Well, we won't use the Lazy Susan or the turntable or whatever you like to call it. But I'm going to wash my hands because that radio was filthy. As you can see, all the black on my fingers. So I'll be back in about 2 minutes. I've also got this Rotel in, and I'm not sure that I can fix it. He spilt water into it or something. Looks like something sticky actually. I have cleaned it off, but yeah, so there's the watermark around there. And if that chip has been damaged, or this one here, then we're in trouble. It was working. He said he dried it out for a couple of weeks, plugged it in, and it was working for about 3 or 4 weeks after that. And then it just suddenly carked it. But look down there, and that doesn't look very healthy at all. Yeah. So if we do the Sansui first, we can get onto this one. So the Rotel is an optional one. He said that I could have it if I couldn't fix it, which is sort of okay. I'll take this power cord out. Right. So I'm not going to plug that in yet. What I'm going to do first is actually give it a bit of a brush out. What he really wants me to fix, the Rotel one, is a Yamaha CA-2010. So a Yamaha CA-2010. And that's a massive amp. It sort of weighs about 25 kilos or something. And it's from 1979. It feels loose, that volume control. Yeah, so that is loose. Okay. So that might be helping things. Is that actually earthed? Might. Yeah. So this is quite heavy, even though it's got a plastic centre in it. How is that done? Oh, yeah. Okay. So it'd be funny if it's just that. Right. Where to start? I can't actually see any issues. Nothing is obviously blown. And these caps are probably well and truly dead. And they're Elners and Rubicons and Nippon Chemicon, the big ones. Yeah, watch. We'll see if that comes on the relay. No, it's not good. But he seems to have the money to actually buy another amp, and it is 20 years old, that ad. No, I can't lift the Yamaha. I have to get my friend over to move it around. So we won't be doing that on, well, we might do next week. I've ordered a whole lot of parts. I'm just waiting on them to come in. So I spent $500 on capacitors, transistors, relays, you name it, in electronics. And yeah, I'm just seeing if we can do that without taking the transistors out. Wow, they're not exactly well soldered in, that's for sure. I don't think this is one of their top end amps, to be honest. More cobwebs. Yeah. So I better take some pictures, I think. This one. Oh no, all the parts I bought are for these 3 amps. The Yamaha, another Rotel of his which isn't working, and the and my Luxman. I'm finally getting around to doing that. So let's take some pictures. Right. Okay, so that's the underside. And that's American dollars too. So it came to about $600 or something, the order. And Mauser, to their credit, have actually dispatched it within 12 hours. So it's just really a matter of waiting for the post. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is check the power cord, or the primary of the transformer. This needs a new power cord as well. Although this is probably okay, but it just doesn't meet current standards. And I always, if I'm doing something for a customer or I'm selling something, I always make the power plug compliant. So that is open, with it off, and yeah, 31 ohms. Going down, yep. So our primary is okay. So we'll check our fuse again, just in case. Pretty sure I did the fuse on this one. At least it's got a fuse, unlike some of the Rotel things. Although, to be fair, they've got fusible resistors in them. Yeah, our fuse is down here. It looks okay. It's a slow burn one. Yep, good. So the fuse is good. Thought it was, but you can never be too sure of these things. Make sure that's done up tight without cracking the plastic. Yeah. So a 250 volt fuse at 220, 240 volts. It doesn't say the amperage on it. What's my hunch? I suspect the output transistors, or if we're getting power from the transformer, that is, or the relay, the speaker protect relay. At least this has a speaker protect relay, so it can't. Yeah. But there's all sorts of strange transistors down here. The ones with 5 legs on them. So that one and that one. Yeah. Okay. So I was hoping these transistors here, the output ones, would be socketed. What's happened here? Right, so we'll do this. Come on. What are you doing? That's better. I can't see the comments. I can't close it either. Okay. So I'm going to have to restart YouTube. Yep. Yes. Yeah, it's... I don't know. It's hard to say when absolutely nothing's working on it, and it's not even powering up. Right. So let's turn this down. We don't need it on 380 anymore. Let's do it 345, I think. And we'll slowly check these transistors. But they're soldered in, which is annoying, to say the least. Actually, I might be able to get the solder sucker onto it. Move this radio this cabinet before I stand on it. Yes, I've ordered a couple of nozzles for this, because this one is really beyond usefulness at the moment. And it might do for this. So we'll wait for that to warm up. Yeah, it could be. I doubt it'd be the rectifier. In fact, where does it have a separate rectifier? Or does it have the diodes? So the power. Yeah, it's got 4 diodes down there. So we can check those while we're waiting. I haven't printed off the schematic for this, but I'm suspecting the transistors. So I'll put that down there. I'll zoom down a bit too. So our rectifier is down here in the shadows of gloom. So 0.256 one way. And nothing the other way, or actually, no, 0.8. Maybe it is the rectifier. 0.2. One of them should be 0. Or close as. It's probably picking up other things. Yeah, that's the same as the other one. That direction. Yep. They're all the same. Yeah. They all look the same. Yep. Yeah, so they're all the same. So it's not the rectifier. How did that get tangled up? I don't believe these cables sometimes. Right. So that's clear. Right, let's do this top one. Just do them one at a time. Right. So that was the top one, wasn't it? Yep. Oh, that's sharp. Have to watch that. Okay. They weren't tight. Oh, hang on, there's nuts on the end of them, isn't there? Stupid design. They were quite loose. I don't know that this is going to come out straight away. Might have to do a bit of extra desoldering on it. Yeah. And I'll have to get some pads as well. I forgot to order those. I can get those at the Ultronics. Whereas a lot of this stuff I couldn't get. Is that loose? Still not coming out. That looks like it. Right, are you going to come out now? Almost. Yep, there we go. Wow, that paste has really dried up. And thought we had a bit of corrosion down there, but I don't think we do. Yeah, so that's one of the transistors. Quite small. Okay. Right. So we've still got one of those, what is it? OC something or other from that Roberts. I promise I will get back to that. Okay, here we go. Moment of truth. This one at least. What does it say? Can't quite read that. Yeah, that's okay. HFE 121. So that one's still alive. So I'll put that back in. Actually, I'll go and get some solder paste. Not solder paste. Some of the paste anyway. Can't remember what it's called. Can't even, where did I drop the... Oh, there it is. And I really should clean these off or replace them. Yeah, I'll replace them. But for now, I'm just going to put them back in. So that one's okay. A fiddle. Go on, go in there. Yep. Stupid design. Well, it's not stupid. Keep on saying that. And that's on the floor. I'll have to go down and get that in a moment. Right, now find that nut other than myself. Here it is. Right, so that one's okay. Right, so we know that at least one of those is okay. So my next port of call, I will have to pull them all out and get new pads for them. But I'm going to leave the other three in for the moment. I'll just solder this back in. That isn't taking. Yeah, that'll do. For now, that has to come out again anyway. But, yeah. So my next port of call will be to check the secondary on the transformer, and that'll mean turning it on. So what I'm going to do is move this away from the desoldering gun. And I'll just run this on low voltage, and we'll see if we get any voltage on these. And the two, there's that grey one as well. So there's 5 outputs from that secondary. And that's strange too. That's going up into there. Quite a big bunch of wires there. So it's just not a 2 in multiple out. I'm going to have to go up. Well, that's all going up to the power selector. So that should be okay. Well, I will check that as well. That's on 0. Okay. So we're drawing about 80 volts. I think, yeah, that's that grey wire is an earth. So we'll stick that in there. Let's see if we've got any voltage. No. 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 No DC voltage. Yeah, 7 volts there. 7 volts there. Nothing there. And 6.1 volts. Interesting. Wonder if... yeah, that one absolutely 0. Maybe it is the transformer. They're changing the voltage on the variac. Does change the voltage on this. I'll show you. Don't know where you can see that. So if I go on to that one, I'll bring this up a little bit more. We're on 100 volts now. So we've got 8.5 volts there. 8.5 volts there. 0.03 there. And 7 volts there. So that is going off there. Around there, up there to that. And this looks like it's been resoldered down here. Well, there's 8 volts there. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong one. So it's going up there. Go away, cobweb. And there's 6 volts there. So, oh no, that's that one. So it goes up there to that, and then, yeah. That one. That one, and this one, which goes around there. And up to those two. So maybe, yeah. And that has been either soldered badly or been resoldered, and that's been resoldered too. So someone has definitely been in here and that all, the rest of it looks original. So that one is on, that one just goes up to there, across there. Let's have a think for a second. Huh. Interesting. I get 4 volts across from my ear up to anyway. Yeah. So off, and let's power off. So I'll turn the speakers off. And with that, actually the pilot light is on. So it is working. What I'm going to do is turn it off and have a look at that relay, because it could be working and the relay is contacts are dirty and it's not cutting in. Unplug it, even though that's off. Nothing looks blown. .24 volt coil. Okay. Why has that suddenly gone dim? Oh, I don't know. Oh, that's all right. No. Okay. So we've got our speaker relay there, and that is a prime candidate. So let's plug it into the mains directly, and no, it's not going to blow up. I will stand back. No smoke. No relay. Still open. And something smells. So something's getting hot. It shouldn't. We've also got pre-driver transistors down here. And they could be kaput. They're stone cold. Yeah, that relay's not coming in. So what pulls that relay in? Got a diode down there. have a look at that. Same both directions, 0.289. Yeah, exactly the same both directions. Right. Let's see. Okay. What I'm going to do is bring up the schematic. So I'll just go with the computer. So it is getting power, but the relay is not coming in. And that diode looks dodgy, although there's another one there. Is it the same value? No. So we'll try that one as well. So that one's open that way. And okay. Now that isn't right. So we're getting continuity right the way through it. So that diode there looks wrong or blown or something. So we shouldn't be getting continuity right the way through it. The transistor, why is that bent over like that? So I've got it on continuity now. Another diode down here. And that one isn't. No continuity on that direction. Or that direction, is that? Am I actually on that diode? Where is it? Open loop and nothing on this diode. Yes. Yeah. There's nothing through that diode at all. Looks like those diodes are have been blown or something. There's another one there. Well, they've got plastic sleeves over them, so it's a bit difficult to do this, especially down here. Was that other light? Don't know whether that's going to do anything. No. Now this one does flicker, so be aware of that. No, that diode's okay. It was just on the plastic. So that way, and yep. That one is definitely dead, or it's got something across it. No, it is good. These leads on these diodes are very, very black. They've got a lot of corrosion on them, or tarnish. So that one's good. Yeah. No, they all seem to be okay. About these transistors. Can I get that on there? But there's another diode down there. Yep, that's okay. And we'll double check this one again. I think we did this one. Yep, that's okay. The transistor looks okay. Yep. Yep, that one's okay. Now I've got to look for something else down here, which might be dodgy. We've got 4 resistors there. We'll do this transistor while we're on diode. I've also ordered longer, long, really thin ones, pointy ones, the leads on for the multimeter. So I just can't get down here easily. I did have a set of those and I can't find it. Got 2 more diodes down here. It seems okay. This one. Yeah. I don't know. I'll try these output ones. These pre-driver transistors. That seems okay. It's got, the middle one's got plastic on it, so that's a bit hard to do. What about these double transistors over here? So if we can test those. So that's the emitter. That looks okay. That looks okay. That's okay, and that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. And that's okay. Why is that relay not even attempting to come in? I don't want to take it apart, and if it's not an issue at the moment, and I don't want to start recapping it. Yeah. Try this one. Yep, that's fine. Got this one here. Yep. Yep, that's all good. And this one. a transistor. It's only got 2 legs on it. Oh no, it's got 3, has it? No. Oh, has it? No, it hasn't got 3. It's only got 2. Oh no. It's marked as a transistor. Base. That one's okay. That one's okay. And that one's okay. So as far as I can see, all the transistors are good on it. Yeah. But all the diodes are good. Don't think so. So next thing to do is to test the resistors near the relay. So those transistors there seem okay. There's that one there. That diode's okay. Those diodes are there okay. And then the bridge rectifier. So we've got 4 there. Try that. I'll put that up there. Don't know whether you can see that, can you? Right. So we've got, yeah, that's not open. Get onto that one. Let the light again. That's okay. I'll put the backlight on. Oh, what? That's all right. That one's all right. That one's okay. That one, that's okay. That's okay. Just checking to make sure none of them are open, because they're in circuit, so there'll be other things affecting their value. Yeah. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. 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 I don't know what that is, but there's another couple of diodes down there. Okay. 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 I'm assuming the 2 watt ones aren't burnt out. So there'd be other things as well, if that was the case. Ooh, okay. I think I found something not quite right here. Maybe. If I can get that down there. No, that's all right. Yep. That one. That's okay. That one's okay. That one's okay. Good. Yep. Okay. And yep. Gee, there's a lot of well, components in here to go wrong. It's a very complicated design, this. Even the Yamaha beast is simpler than this. Now those two don't look good. And get the probe onto it. Yeah, that looks a little bit burnt. So does the other one, but might be that way because they're white coloured, not the brown of the other ones. I'll do these ones. I don't think so. Definitely did that one. Right, so there's a couple of cooked looking ones up here. They're good. Good. There are 2 watt ones. .3, yeah. Reading high, but they're in circuit, so see 0.3 watt ones. Yeah. Okay. So does it have a we'll have a look on the schematic. Turn that off for a moment. And I'm really suspecting this relay, but I don't know why it's not attempting to pull in. So it might be burnt out. It might be something more seriously wrong with it. I know on the Yamaha, the output relay goes on them quite regularly, and I've bought an upgraded one for it. Because that thing, Yamaha puts out 30 watts in Class A and 120 watts in Class B. So in Class A, it's going to use a lot of current. Okay, let's have a look for our schematic. I think I've downloaded it. Maybe I haven't. Downloads. Rotel. Auction stuff. HMV. That's got to go back to the owner too. Sometime this week. Was going to do it last week, but I just didn't get time. Okay. Sure, I downloaded it. That's March. No, Okay. Service manual, there we go. I have downloaded it somewhere. I'll just download it again. 20 watts. Selector with stairs. Hate these things now. Is that? You just can't. They're so low resolution. So, no. Does that have stairs? Maybe. Okay. Right. Oops. What am I doing? Keep on catching the mouse. Right. Here we go. Okay. Mm-hmm. So there's our 240 volts in, 0.1, that's all right. Here we go, 50 hertz. It's probably this one. So, orange, oh okay, we've got a 0 on the other orange. That's interesting. Why did they make it the same colour? 20 volts, 0 volts, 21.5, grey is earth, and violet is 21. So they're okay. I hate these ones which are across two things. No, there's the head. H-A-E-D. Haid phones. I love the spelling mistakes on these things. They're so funny. The Japanese really trying hard. Where's the relay? So that's the headphones. Okay, so there. So we've got that bridge rectifier there, and that seems okay. We've got, is that the relay there? Yeah. So we've got this these two transistors, then the diode that goes across that coil. So 10D1, whatever that is. And we come up here, and that should be 0. And where's the other one go? So the other one goes up here to our earth rail. So that goes to earth. Why did they draw that up? Oh, hang on, no, it goes across there and into here. So that's the main output, isn't it? 2SD 315 509. So that's that pair. 11 and 13, 12 and 14. So they're pairs. So 13 and 14 is the 509, and the 11 and 12 is the 315. So are they the output transistors? Yep, 315 and 509. So those are our output transistors here. And we know they're okay. And they come down into this relay. And this. And that diode was okay. This transistor seemed okay. Actually, yeah, that does go through. We've got that diode there. So we've got the 0 rail coming up to here and through there, and that coil. And we've got the 20 rail there. So we've got that bipolar cap there. It goes up through this 470 into that resistor and that transistor. So what do you think? Where is that? I'm just wondering if the coil in that is open or something like that. No, I don't think it does have the temperature sensors. The thermistor, do you mean? Yeah, let's have a look for some thermistors. Pretty sure it doesn't. That's those double packages. Xenon diode there. Got that switch there. SO4. SO4B. Wonder if that's a switch. So we've got one, yeah. No, it doesn't look like there's any thermistors in here. And this is all we've got as well. There's nothing else in this service manual from Electrorama anyway. Okay, so it's also the 4900. Okay, so yeah, audio circuit. I wonder if going back. How much are they? Oh, okay. Ah. How strange. So it's not going to be very good quality, but okay. So, right. So this one is 22 watts and this one is 35. Interesting. Bias current, yep. Voltmeter, yeah. Top. Okay, so we've got all the parts list and everything. I've got this one. So tone control board. Unless there's something blown on that, it won't be the tone control board. Driver circuit. Troubleshootings. Does the power... Yes. Does the power operate? No. Does the relay protector circuit operate? No. Defective power supply. Defective speaker switch. Yeah. Power supply circuit. Overload in some section. Yeah, which section though? Shorted TR11 to 14. I suspect they're fairly similar amps, so we'll keep on doing that. Stop it. That's the 390. Okay, protector circuit against pop noises. Power supply circuit. Okay. So there's that. That's our bridge rectifier. There's the... Yep. So, tone control, protector circuit, protector operating level other than 2.5, over than 2.5 volts, less than 2.5 volts. What does that mean? I have no idea. Emitter circuit, sensing overload, protector circuit. Ah, there's the relay. That goes up there, that goes through that one. Yeah. So 315 and 509. Yeah. Yes, it looks basically the same circuit, but beefier transistors in the output stage. 560. Yep. 560. Oh, yep. Yeah, it's just these transistors here, they're different. Okay. I'm too tired to think about this anymore. I'm going to print out this manual in the morning and study it. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be the relay itself. The coil on that. Oops. Yep. Okay. So we've got half an hour or so. I'm going to have a look at the Rotel, see if I can spot anything obvious in that. I'm not going to test it or anything. Oh, not going to download the schematic or anything. Yeah. So is maybe this switch. I don't fancy taking that apart though. That is all sealed up. I don't think I'll get any oh, maybe. Unplug it. Yeah. Maybe I can get some spray down in there. Well, that'll be the power switch though. Yeah, so that'll be the power switch on the back, because that's got that snubber on it, that snubber capacitor on it. And actually Nichicons, not Rubicon caps, as I said before. Down here, yeah, the contacts, I think. So where does the wiper go? So the contacts on, I can't see. It must be on the other side. Alright. We'll try that, but I don't think so. So otherwise it wouldn't be turning on or anything like that. It's on the same switch. All right. Yeah. Yeah. That's a good question. I mean, it should turn on without a load on it. So how was it going to sense the load? Because the output goes through the relay. And if it doesn't have the if the relay isn't connected, it's not going to put anything out the speakers. We can put a voltmeter on the speaker outputs. If I can untangle the phone. What have they done to this? There we go. Why? How do things get tangled up and knotted when you just put them down? Okay, so we've got that, an output there, and an output there. There's that. System A. Okay. Okay, so I don't know whether you can see that. Power is in and on. That's interesting. 5 volts AC on standby when the power on the front is off. Okay, that's not good, is it? That's on our speakers. So that's going to muck things up. So let's turn the speakers on, or the power on, and we've got 8 volts on the speakers, and they're not even... And it's not volume dependent either. So put it on tuner. Yeah, that's bad, that. Glad I didn't connect any speakers up. And I can smell something getting very hot. There's something burning on here. I just don't know whether it's dust or not. And I can see smoke. Okay. So something is getting very hot down around here. Yeah. There's something smoking down here. I can't. So we'll turn it on again. I mean, we're not going to do any more damage, are we? We'll see what's smoking. Where's the other light? I'll bring you down close so you can see the smoke. Oops, wrong way. There we go. So it's around this area. So we'll turn it on again. Not on yet, but just having a look. Right, so here goes. You can smell it. Oh, that's really ponging. Something's definitely burning in there. And I can see the smoke. It's coming off down there. Yeah, it's definitely something around here. I can't see anything shorted. That one is quite warm. So that's a 470, and this one is a 135, and a 470 at 6.3. Okay, I'll see if I've got any of those left. So 100 at, what was it, 35 or something? 100 at 35 and 470 at 6.3. At 35. No. 150. 70 at 6.3, so it'll be 16. So I think 16 is the smallest you can get now. Yeah. Okay. Now that is a worry, having that much voltage on the speaker terminals when the amplifier isn't turned on. So what's the DC on that? Although the DC is quite low, back to 0. We'll turn it on and it stays 0. Yeah, that's okay. You definitely don't want DC on the speakers. So that'll blow them up in short order. Okay, so in line with that. So we're unplugged again. And yeah, that's interesting. And this one. So it looks like they're those input caps straight off that voltage there, or this one of the two. So we've got a cap there, and we should have one there. I haven't even gone to the other camera, have I, today? Just wait for the soldering iron to warm up, which it is now. And we'll wiggle this around and see if we've got the right thing. Should be these two. Yep. Yep. And that, yeah, that comes in the power supply on the orange, the 0. That is loose. Yeah, so that was the 20 volt one, wasn't it? This is, yeah, no, it is. This one is the 0 and this one is the 20. Come out. There we go. Let's check this if possible. So still haven't fixed the leads. I won't be able to bring this any closer, but (117 microfarad) and ESR is 0.25, so that one's okay. It's getting close to 20%, but it's not shorter or anything. And that was the 100, wasn't it? No, yeah, that's the 100. I've only got 2 of these left. And these are audio caps. So I didn't really want to use these in a power supply. They were expensive. Haven't bought any others, but go in there. Why you no go in? That's better. I should have changed the tip on this. We don't need it up there. It's the one problem with this, you can't change the tips when they're hot. Otherwise you end up being burnt. Come on. This is just too hot. The solder is just flowing everywhere but where it should. There we go. I think that's, yep. Okay. My good clippers. Can't find my green ones. They might be, I hope I haven't left them down at Sebastopol. I've had those for 50 years now. And they're still good. Right, so that is theoretically that one. And it is, yep. Come on. Just a little bit further. That's got solder on it. Come on. There we go. Again, we'll check this, but this is Nippon Chemicon, and they're usually very good. They were the pick of the crowd. $4.73. So that one is perfectly all right. Should I put this back in again, I think? That one is almost perfect. I'm going to put this one back in. Doesn't need changing at all. If I can get it back in, that is. Why not going back in? It's almost in, but it's not coming through. Come on. Why aren't you going in? Well, that one's in, I think. Yeah, that one's in, but the other one isn't. well, it's in the hole, but it's not coming right the way through. And I don't want to be too violent on it because I'm worried I'm going to pull the trace off, although this is pretty good traces on these. Can I get that through? No. It's basically stuck there. Right at the very beginning of the hole. Come on. There must be solder or something on the leg. What a bugger. Which is okay. Oh, the capacitor's okay. Yep. And the other one is not coming out now. Yeah, that one is. That one's loose, but the top one is not. And it's not moving at all. There we go. That doesn't seem to have anything on it. Normally you can pull things out and put them straight back in again, but try that. There we go. Yeah, there was a burr on the leg. All right. Right. Okay. All right. Turn everything off. So it's down there. Okay. All right. One last go, and then I'm Yes, I did check the transistors. None of them are open or anything like that. And I'm getting tired. Almost my bedtime. I probably won't stay up and watch Graham tonight. So I have to be up early again in the morning to go to the doctor's again. So let's try one last go. No change. All right. So, all right. Thanks for watching, and what was his name? Yes. What was his name? The Weather Chaser or something like that. I can't remember. But he's a guy who works on cassette decks and things like that. He's a bit of a depressive person, though. I don't want to quite recommend him. I'll see if I can find him. So that's all unplugged. That's turned off. That's turned off and unplugged. So everything on this side is off. Must get a camera for this side so you can see me. What was his name or his handle? What was his name? Weather something or other. Oh, Glenn A. Baker has died. That'll mean absolutely nothing to anybody listening or watching. Yeah, Glenn A. Baker was sort of the head guru of Australian music especially through the 70s and into the 80s. Yeah, he looked after so many bands. Excuse me. No, there's going to be a billion of those with weather in the title. Oh, he's doing an 707 tonight. That's Graham. Are you on this? No. So Graham's doing a oh, I hate these AI thumbnails he's using. Yes. So this is a good channel. If you've got the time to sit down and watch it. And I usually do watch it. He's become very addictive. Is that him? Yeah. So this can be the channel of the month, week. So yeah. So that is Tasty Classics. And yeah. So that's only 3 hours ago it's been put up, and how many views? So he's already had almost 8,000 views in the first 3 hours. Yeah, no, it's a 6. What was mine? Was a 3300. Look the same though. And I had the remote control. Maybe that's just a different model. Where was I? Yeah, so let's go with yeah, I don't actually subscribe to him, but yeah, it's Tasty Classics, and there's also this Laurel Lee. The guy next door to us, he taught me photography, and he and I went out on lots of weddings with him in the early days, and I recall him saying that he flew a plane under the Sydney Harbour Bridge and didn't get noticed, and then he flew back under it, and then he lost his pilot's license. Surprise, surprise. And it was all over this girl here, Laurel Lee, and she died quite young. Yeah, so that's really distracting. But where's this book guy? So this Peter Pan. We'll just watch. This is a. I don't want to bag him on air, but yeah, he doesn't do a particularly good job. He just changes the caps in them basically, in the valves. So yeah. So this is what is commonly known here as a boomerang radio, and it's in the shape of a boomerang. And until April this year, no one had, well, a lot of people had not seen one, including me. And now there's 3 of them. Because there was that one in April auction, there was one last week in the auction, and then there's this one. So he's down in Melbourne. Yeah. So they're quite big, and they're quite a strange set. And if you look at the chassis on it, so that's the actual chassis, so it's in the shape of a boomerang. No side or anything like that. So his camera work is terrible, and his picture quality is even worse. So that's inside it. Oh, so it's pressed metal. Interesting. I thought that was fiberglass or something like that. Did they have fiberglass back in 1949? I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, I'm rambling on. So thanks for watching, and thanks for putting up with my rambling. We didn't get terribly far with that amplifier, but I did. Yeah, so I don't know. It must be him. Laurel Lee. And then she married someone else on the show. But he was trying to impress her. So, yeah, I don't know whether that's the case. I wonder. Let's have a look. How can I get back to that? We'll have a new window. Oh, I've done it again. Australian singer. Yeah, she was quite attractive, but she died. I can't remember. What did she die of? There's quite a big following for her here. Where is Wikipedia? Oh, there it is. So, Lorraine May Chaplin, or Chapman, in New South Wales. That's in the middle of New South Wales. When was she born? 1942. Age 49. Oh, she lived in 1992. I thought she died earlier. Lead on records, personal life, she was married. Kevin Todd. Oh, leukemia, yeah. Yeah, she was famous for Alfie here and Tomorrow, which I can't remember. That, yeah. And she was before my time. So, yeah. So she mostly performed on daytime television. Archival stuff, yeah. But bandstand was her main thing. Australian bandstand, which is different, which is based on the American one. Was she only in 12 episodes? I thought she was in more than that. Yeah, daytime television. This is 19... Oh, God. She was on Countdown. Ah, yeah. Huh. Yeah, she was mostly a New South Wales singer. Interesting. Anyway, I'm rambling on, and because I'm tired, and as I say, I have to get up early in the morning. Yeah, so check out the Exeter Labs one on the boomerang. I don't know what he's calling it, but yeah, and no, must be a different Laurel Lee. Although, yeah. Anyway, I'm signing off now, so cheerio and thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye.